Here we have the current stock market update for Mara Holdings Incorporated, stock ticker MARA. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comment section so that other traders can find this information more easily on the platform. So what we're looking at here is the 4-hour time frame. We're going to try to take a bit of a step back here and view the stock from a bit of a longer term perspective. The stock had seen some very serious losses previously after sort of failing at this 2730 area. We did see this sort of succession of share price breaks to the downside. Several support zones were lost in the process. So initially, you'd really be looking at roughly 1880 would have been a major level of support that did wind up breaking here. 1367 was then formed, and then that low broke as well. So there's a lot going on here to the downside, and this new low was formed in the process at 1317. So since then, share prices have started to bounce a bit, and we're starting to run into what could be a fairly significant resistance break to the top side. So what we're going to be doing here is first sort of assess where exactly share prices did manage to find support, because this did happen at a fairly critical level, although you could even make the argument that there was a false breakout here to the downside. But as we're looking at this chart here, what we're really looking at is this price movement here, which would be 1317 to roughly 1824. That would be this price high here. So we're really looking at this price movement overall. And what we can see here is that share prices did, basically hold on to this 61.8% Fibonacci retracement level. We did see a share price break below here and a close below here as well. So this was a negative break to the downside, but we did see share prices rebound quite quickly. And we have to start to consider this to be a false breakout to the downside, because we can't attribute this to the fact that share prices were undergoing a lot of momentum and volatility at that point. These red candles here are very large, so it's possible that the market was attempting to hold on to this area, even though we did actually see a share price break and close below there. But now that share prices have broken above prior resistance zones, specifically I'd be looking at this area here. After seeing this area break to the top side with the movement here, I would be comfortable calling this a false breakout. So currently, we are on the verge of what could be a more significant movement to the top side, because if we sort of move out here a bit, we can see that if we sort of once again look at this 2730 to 1317 area, what we see here is a 38.2% fib retracement, which comes in right around 1860. So there's a lot going on right around that area. So we can see 1824 as a prior resistance level. We can see that the 38.2% retracement level comes in at 1860, and then you can also see that 1883 is a bit of a longer term historical high. So all of this is coming into conjunction with the fact that this 200 period exponential moving average is now being broken. So there's sort of a lot going on right here, right around 1824 to 1880 is kind of a significant resistance zone, I would say. So if share prices can actually break above here, and we haven't seen it happen yet, so we can't just assume that it's going to happen. But if we do see share prices break above here, the overall picture here does start to reverse, and it does start to move higher. Whereas before, there was a lot of movement to the downside, and this was starting to look very weak because we just continued to break through these prior support zones. However, if we do see a break above roughly 1880 or so, that will give us, enough reason to believe that a bottom is in place, because the next target to the top side then really becomes, I would say 2185 is this next, roughly 2190 is this next Fibonacci level to be watching. That would be the 61.8% retracement of that same trending move. So this is a major move here from 2730 into 1370. And then, a clear break of, I would say, roughly 1880 does at least send us back into the 20s. So I think that would probably send share prices back to at least a test of 2190. So we're not quite there yet as far as these breaks are concerned, but this does look to be setting up for a break here because, we do have some higher lows that are starting to form here. We've got some pretty good support that can be seen right around 1510. So that's also going to be a bit of a psychological level as well. And it is starting to look that the downside look as though the downside could be limited to $15. Right now we're trading at right around $18. So that's about $3 to the downside. And we are starting to see trading volumes here that are increasing, and they're all in the bullish direction. So, these are overall these are good signs for the stock. We will just quickly before the end of the video here take a look at the indicator reading because there are some positive signals here also. We can see that there is some uptrend momentum movement here that is starting to develop here, and then also we are seeing a break of that prior downtrend. So, these are both bullish signals. This does tell us that that prior trend momentum that was negative has now broken. We're moving into overbought territory at the moment, but you do have this condition here on the downside, the lower end of the price chart, I should say, which does suggest that positive momentum does continue here. So this is a positive trend momentum movement here. We have now broken through that prior negative movement. And we do have to keep note of the fact that we are running into overbought territory as well. But, with that downtrend break and the continuation of this positive momentum, I would say that on balance, this is still a positive outcome here. So we could see some share prices, share price movement into the negative direction because things are overbought, and we are running right into this 1850 or 60 resistance level. So we could start to see, some slowdown here. But as long as this $15 area holds, I would expect to then see a share price break to the top side. And then if we do see that level break, I think that at the very least you're looking at 2190 as the next level to test to the top side. So here's the current stock market update for Mara Holdings Incorporated, stock ticker MARA. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market, lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.